biggest thing I admired about the Filipino is just how charitable they are. It was pretty outrageous, really, because they really will. They give you anything they have. I actually tried. I did an experiment at the end of my mission where I just tried to be as charitable as a Filipino. And it was literally hard. I had to exert myself so much. And I just found that my food and my money was just like disappearing so fast because I was, buying snacks for my companions and just small things like that, that it's just their everyday culture to them. It's so normal to them. They don't even notice that they're being charitable. So I always respected that a lot from the Filipino people. The Filipino culture is very, very laid back. They're very chill people, I guess you could say. And they're very, very kind people. Very charitable. It's kind of ridiculous how charitable they are, because they will give you anything they have, even though they basically have nothing, most of them. Sometimes I'd mess with my Filipino companions. I'd just be like, oh, that's a nice shirt, can I have it? And they'd just be like, sure, sure. And they would just take it right off their back and they'd give it to you. And that's how all Filipinos are. Of course, I'd never take it, but they'd give it to you if you really want it. And same thing with food. They don't have hardly any food, but if you're over there, you can expect they're going to give you something. Whether it's just a small snack or a big meal. Very, very charitable. Filipinos don't see Americans too often, so when they do, they get very, very excited. One thing they always say is, hey Joe. If they see an American, whether it's a man or woman, they're going to say, hey Joe. That just comes from World War II when the G.I. Joes were over there. And that's just stuck ever since. That's what they know Americans as, is Joe. They love American culture, they love our sports, they love our music and clothing, our style. But they also do have, their own rich tradition that they don't lose track of. They still love their own music, they have their own dance styles. It's fun to see their traditions, their culture. On Christmas Day, we woke up and everyone is dressed up really nice. They're just all out on the streets, no one's working, but everyone's on the streets now, very nice. And then they go around to their friend's house and they basically ask for presents. So it seems more like Halloween. But it was cool just to see people, and they're also happy. There's just something different about that day. Everyone's happy. No one's working. They're all just, spreading love, basically. That was interesting. New Year's was crazy. I've never seen so many fireworks in my life. Couldn't even hear yourself speak. They were just constant. And that was in an area where fireworks were actually illegal. So it was pretty intense. November 1st, they have Araw ng Mga Patay, yung All Souls Day or Day of the Dead. Basically, people will go to the cemetery where their loved ones are buried, and they'll just light candles. And some of them will bring food and stuff, kind of representative of feeding their dead. It's an interesting day for sure. So the staple of their food is definitely rice. Filipinos eat rice 3 meals a day. And then usually what they do is they have what they call ulam, which just means something that you put on top of rice. Usually that consists of like a gravy type substance mixed with, chicken or pork, and then just vegetables. Filipino food is very good. Very, very good. You don't have to fear at all that you're not going to like it, because it's delicious. Filipinos will eat just about any part of a pig or a chicken. So chicken heads, chicken feet, chicken intestines, or pig fat, pig eyes, pig heart. They'll eat it all. But most of it is really better than it sounds. I didn't have a problem eating any of it. The blood, they'll eat the blood too. Other unique foods, I had eel. They eat snake and frogs. You don't see that too much. Dog is a delicacy over there, but it's actually illegal now. So one thing I really enjoyed, a few things, was it's called banana Q, where they just take little baby bananas and they put them on a skewer, and then I don't know what they do exactly, like roll it up in cinnamon and sugar and kind of deep fry it. Very, very good. So try that if you're going there. And then they have a drink called taho. I don't really know exactly what it is. It has like tofu in it, I know, and it's made with soybeans. It's very sweet, tastes like honey. It's delicious, and I'd pay to have some of that right now. But so don't be afraid to try new things over there. It's all good. Rain is a big part of the Filipino culture. You just better get used to that if you're going to the Philippines. There's a couple months it's actually the rainy season, and you'll get rained on basically every day. And not just little sprinkles either. It's pouring rain, so you will be soaked all the time. We had a few storms where we couldn't leave the house. We weren't allowed to leave the house just because it was too dangerous. The flood waters were too high. It's not uncommon for the members to evacuate their homes and then, go to the church and live at the church for a week or two because the water is just too high. It's also not uncommon for people in certain areas just to have rainstorms that only last an hour or two, but then their whole house is underwater. And then, a couple hours later, the water will be gone. It's pretty common occurrence over there. It's just their daily life. We'd have times where it was raining and people were just, throwing all their stuff in Tupperwares and garbage bags and just running for the top of the hill. Just because the rain comes down fast. And if they're living anywhere near a river, their homes are going to be flooded and just gone. So they make their homes, make them in a way that it won't be ruined by a storm. There's, just brick and cement. Don't have too many material possessions just because they'd all get washed away anyways. So, sige, sa lahat ng kaibigan ko sa Pilipinas, gusto ko lang sabihin na mahal ko kayo. Masaya po ko na na-assign ako sa Pilipinas sa Quezon City North Mission. Nakilala ko kayo. Masaya po ko na nakapagbahagi ako ng kunting patotoo ko sa inyong lahat. At sana makatulong po ako sa inyong lahat. Alam ko na totoo talaga yung ibinahagi ko sa inyo. Totoo yung simbahan ni Hesus Kristo. Nandyan si Hesus Kristo at ating Ama sa Langit para sa atin. At mahal nila tayo. Gusto lang nila na maging masaya tayo sa buhay nito, ganoon din sa kawalang hanggan. Alam ko na kung susundin natin yung mga aling tuntunin ng Ebanghelyo ni Hesus Kristo, magkakaroon po tayo ng kapayapaan sa buhay nito. Kahit hindi na ako misyonero sa Pilipinas, kahit wala akong name tag, malakas pa rin yung patotoo ko. Nagpapatuloy lang ako sa simbahan ni Hesus Kristo. Gusto ko pa rin palakasin ang aking patotoo at sana ganoon din yung ginagawa nyo. Kahit minsan mahirap pong sumunod kay Hesus Kristo at sundin ang kanyang ebanghelyo, yun talaga yung dapat natin gawin kung gusto natin maging masaya sa buhay nito. Mahal po kayo ng Diyos. At kung hindi nyo yan nararamdaman, magdasal po kayo sa Kanya. At kilalanin nyo siya sa pamamagitan ng simbahan at sa pamamagitan ng pananakasulatan. Alam ko na totoo yung mga sinabi ko, yung mga ibinahagi ko. Iwan ko po ito sa pangalan ni Hesus Kristo. Amen.